Good day all, and firstly thank you for being here. We've got a great turnout. It always is on this special day and ceremony for Aboriginal veterans. So I'd like to start by reading the names, and following that I will introduce our next individual that's present here. So we'll start out with Joan Carrillo, Theodore Clough, Bill Derrickson, Alex Eli, Thomas Eli, David Flatt, Shane Hill, Thomas Connick, Andy Michoud, John Norman Lindley, Amick McDougall, Dan McDougall, Ed McDougall, Fred McDougall, Jerry McDougall, Thomas McDougall, Patrick Paul, Andy Pinchback, and Michael Watts Sr. And with that, I'd like to introduce Captain Trowsse-Freeman and RSM Moon Acknowledgement.
Danse. Morning. Elders, members of Westbank First Nation, Chief and Council. Once again, I would like to thank you for inviting the British Columbia Dragoons onto your unceded and traditional territory to partake in remembrance of the dedication and sacrifice our Indigenous ancestors have given. For those who do not know me, I was born and raised in Driftpile Cree Nation, where I lived the traditional ways of life of my people. My Indigenous ancestry and 13 years of wearing this uniform has caused for constant reflection of the ancestral footsteps that have followed, and the honorable actions taken of those before me. Indigenous Canadians have been a part of the proud military history for over 200 years. During the War of 1812, they were vital allies in protecting Canada and helping the citizens of this emerging country from attacks and invasions by Americans. Since then, thousands served bravely in both world wars, Korea, UN missions, and Afghanistan. Without their sacrifices, we may not have the Canada we have today. Some of these veterans are amongst Canada's most dedicated soldiers, aviators, sailors in our military history. Sergeant Tommy Prince was a member of the PPCLI and served during World War II in Korea. Sergeant Tommy Prince was one of the most decorated soldiers in Canada. George Mclean, a Silk ancestor, fought in the Boer War and World War I. He was awarded the Distinguished Conduct Medal, the second highest medal that could be awarded at the time, which the citation read, "Single-handed, he captured 19 prisoners, and later, when attacked by 5 more prisoners who attempted to reach a machine gun, he was able to, although wounded, dispose of them unaided, thus saving a large number of casualties." Soldiers such as Tommy and George, and many others like them, are often called heroes, although they themselves thought they were only doing their duty. Many times, First Nation people across Canada quickly rose to the occasion and volunteered for service to Canada. 1 in 3 was the proportion of able-bodied First Nation men of the appropriate age who enlisted during the First World War. Europe were especially distant. The distant sounds of guns and foreign battlefields could easily have been ignored by First Nations people. Yet, approximately 4,000 Indigenous people left their homes and families to help fight an international war that raged on in European battlefields. Aboriginal Veterans Day was established in Manitoba in 1994 and has since spread across the country. It is a day to recognize and acknowledge the many contributions and sacrifices of Indigenous people, not only to Canada's war effort, but to their peacekeeping reputation. Today, about 3.5% of Canadian armed forces is of Indigenous ancestry, representing many distinct cultures. They continue to make Canada proud through their service at home and abroad. I am honored to be standing here today representing those who are currently serving and remembering those who came before me. Hi, and thank you.